I'm telling you because I know, because I've been there and I've seen the difference between my results back when life was going on and I wasn't dealing with what was happening, and now. What's up, y'all? I hope y'all are doing well. It is absolutely gorgeous in the beautiful state of Georgia, and I am actually visiting some friends and family in Georgia. And so I won't be able to put forth a technical analysis video, but I thought this gave a good opportunity for me to kick it with y'all. Last year, I posted on my community wall inquiring how many of you guys would be interested in understanding and learning more about how my trading improved once I got my personal life together and got emotionally sound. And surprisingly, a lot of you guys were interested. So I'm like, let me go ahead. Let me make this video. Let me share this information with you all. So I don't know if you know, but if you have life happening and you are not emotionally grounded, it does impact, or I shouldn't say that. It can impact your trading. And I would say for 99.99% of us, it does. I didn't realize it until last year. From 2021 to the end of 2022, I was going through some things, okay? In my personal life, in my work life, in my business relationships that was impacting me. And I was totally unaware that it was impacting my trading. And I didn't realize it until last year when I started seeing drastic improvement in the results that I was having as far as my consistency, as far as my execution, and as far as being able to consistently perform. While I was going through things, I was still able to mark up charts. I was still able to find setups, but I was impacted by I don't know how to articulate this to you guys, but it was almost like I was working through fog, basically. And if any of you guys can relate to that and understand, you know what I mean. You aren't all the way clear. What I want to share with you guys today are 3 ways that being in an emotionally unsound place can impact your trading. You can be on the lookout for it. And if you recognize that you fall into the category of not being where you need to be emotionally, or you're having things happen in life, you can recognize, okay, hey, this is impacting this area. Maybe I need to step away for a little bit and then come back to this. The first area that you may likely see some change as far as your trading is going to be in your decision making, right? So whereas in a stable circumstance, you may not make a certain decision when you are going through life, you may find that you're opting to do things that you traditionally wouldn't do, or you're willing to take risks that you typically wouldn't take. That is one thing that, looking back, I realized that I was doing in my trading. Oh, baby, I was trading some crazy lot sizes, and I had some wide stop losses. Okay, why am I deciding that it's okay to risk the profit that I've gained in this setup when I know logically this does not make sense? But I wasn't in an emotionally healthy place. I wasn't making decisions from a sound mind. That's the first area you will probably see and notice that you're doing some things that you traditionally wouldn't do, all right? And it impacts the decision making. So let's understand that. The second area that you will probably be able to recognize where you see how your situation is impacting your trading is going to be in discipline and consistency. And really that ties into what I was just talking about before, right? With the whole doing things that you typically wouldn't do and doing it when you feel like it, not just on a regular regimented basis. So even speaking for myself personally, 2021 to 2022, I was not uploading videos on here on a regular basis. It was when I could get to it or when I felt good enough to make a video, I would make a video. And so there were videos put up, but you'll see some of them were 3 at a time in a week rather than, okay, every week Kaci is putting out a video. That was kind of the same way with my trading. Either I was doing it when I felt like it and I felt good, or I was taking long breaks away from trading because of what I had going on the personal side. And so that kind of leads into the other area that this will impact is as far as what's the long-term game plan? Can you be consistent long-term? Is the way that you're trading right now going to be sustainable and bringing you profits on a regular basis? And if you're trading from a place where you're not you're not emotionally sound, you're not thinking straight, you're thinking through fog, right? No, it's not going to be sustainable. And you're probably not going to make no money. And you're going to continue to move. And just kind of like, the best way I can describe it is like just going through the motions. That's what I was doing. I was going through the motions of making videos. I was going through the motions of marking up charts. And I was just doing it, when I could do it. And there was no rhyme or reason. There was no set schedule. There was nothing. And I have to tell you that when you're trading on a regular basis and you are studying and paying attention to the market, you will be more in tune with how price is moving and probably be more accurate than you would if you weren't trading on a regular basis. Like, it's much easier to keep up with a pair and how it's moving, how it's reacting, what's going on the larger economic picture than just jumping in here, jumping in there, trying to figure out what's going on. So I'm going to give you 3 tips that I would give myself as I was navigating life and as I was navigating those difficult circumstances. All right, so my first tip, don't trade. Don't trade live. Let me take that back. My first tip is don't trade live, okay? I would not trade live because you are playing with real dollars and real money. And the worst thing that you can possibly do is have a great day one day and then go in there, mess it all up, and then all your money go. So don't trade live. But that leads into my second tip. My second tip is don't stop exercising the muscle, though. I said don't trade live. I didn't say don't trade. So I would still continue to mark up charts. I wouldn't completely walk away. As far as the technical portion is concerned, continue to work towards strengthening that muscle. Even though you're going through life, even though you may not be in the right headspace, some things are kind of like muscle memory. The technical portion to me is like muscle memory. The more you do it, the more you're going to recall, hey, I saw this before. Last time it did this. Let me see if it'll do it again this time. Or, hey, I know this pattern. I know how this plays out. I know where price is going. And if you step away from the charts too long, it's happened to me. I know. You're going to lose that thing that allows you to be able to spot certain things on the chart. So even though you're not trading live, don't mean you shouldn't be marking up. Whether you're trading live or you're not. If the goal is to trade until you're able to become consistently profitable. So even though life is happening, you still need to be exercising the muscle. And lastly, I don't want to sound like a therapist, but you got to get to the root cause of what's going on with you. Spend some time with yourself and identify what it is in your life that is going on that is causing you to be emotionally or mentally unstable. And when I say mentally unstable, meaning you not operating from a place of groundedness and peace. Spending some time being able to identify those things and then working in order to heal yourself and heal your life. I know there are going to be some people who are going to be like, that part doesn't matter. You should be able to trade. Like, I'm telling you because I know, because I've been there and I've seen the difference between my results back when life was going on and I wasn't dealing with what was happening. And now I encourage you guys to spend a little bit of time in self-reflection and understanding where you are. Keep and continue to work through those technical portions as far as trading, and don't risk your real live money if you do have life going on. Okay? So those are my tips. I hope that they were helpful for you. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing to it. I try to put out videos on a pretty regular basis for my audience and share with you guys the experiences that I have had in this space of trading. And then I'll also try to share with you my viewpoint of technical analysis and my approach and process to evaluating the market. If this video was helpful to you, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And then, like I said, consider subscribing to the channel. All right. I'll see you guys on the next video, and I hope y'all have a phenomenal